This video describes the pitch process and pitch deck format we like to see founders use to pitch for funding from FundNV and acceptance into StartupNV. StartupNV has been around since 2017, and we're serious about diversifying the economy in Nevada. The best way to do that is to support startups. December 2024 marked the 4-year anniversary of us investing in Nevada-based startups. In that time, FundNV and AngelNV have invested $9.2 million into 19 companies, bringing in matching funds of $3.3 million and an additional $18 million from the investor syndicate that we've built. That's over $30 million in Nevada startups, and we're just getting started. This video describes what FundNV wants to see in a pitch and our pitch process. The first step is to fill out the entrepreneur information form. The second step is to either watch this video and pay close attention or review the lengthy email that covers each slide we want to see along with the timing for each slide. This pitch is for a live audience. This requires a special pitch deck that is not the same as a pitch deck you would email out to investors. Those send out decks require a lot of information. They don't have the benefit of your narration, so you have to include a lot of information. For a live pitch, however, your deck should supplement your live pitch and your narration and should highlight the key info in large text with few words. Your script, the narration you'll add to the slides, should have all the information that you would normally use in a send-out deck. All right, the pitch process is: first, fill out the entrepreneur information form. Next, read the email and/or watch this video and take the quiz. The quiz is just a hurdle to see if you're serious about seeking investment. We'd like to know that you know how to read and follow some instructions and are invested in the process before we invest our time into you. It's just 5 questions, super easy. Then you'll be invited to submit your pitch deck to our deck assessment team. Use the link provided. If you followed the instructions in this video and made your deck for a live presentation, it will be routed to our team for review. A detailed written review will be sent within 2 weeks. If there are changes required, you can resubmit your deck for review again. Once your deck is approved, Leith Martin or another member of our deal flow team will schedule you for a pitch day. Our pitch days are every other Wednesday. You are pitching for a $100,000 investment from FundNV that will be matched by the state SSBCI program for another $100,000 investment, and then circulated to our syndicate as well. Each investment is negotiated separately, and a term sheet will be agreed to. An investment from FundNV comes with entry into StartupNV, our flagship program to move the company to the next round of funding by increasing sales and standardizing operations. Let's get to the requirements of the deck. These are the slides that we'd like to see. Let's take them in order. First up is the problem slide. Why are we here? What is the pain point that you're solving? How you realized this was a problem can be described in your narration. On the slide, there should be 2 to 3 bullet points that show the problem and its impact. If you're able to quantify the severity of the impact, even better. The solution slide, the same 2 or 3 pain points that you outlined on your problem slide should be directly addressed in your solution slide. How are you solving these issues? Now is the time to describe your product. If you have IP, include that in the slide. If you have a patent number issued or pending, please include the number in the slide. All our patent attorneys in the audience will want to check it out. And if you've got great IP, that goes a long way towards your company being investable. Please don't use phone screenshots of your app. People are familiar enough with apps that you can describe how your product works and we'll get it. If it's a physical product, however, show a picture of it. Next up is the market size. This is the size of your market, broken down into TAM, SAM, SOM, and a stacked Venn diagram. There's another video that goes into greater detail on this topic. What we want to see is research data on the total addressable market and serviceable available market. We want to see a projection of your revenue for SOM, ideally within a time-bound period. The other video to the TAM, SAM, SOM overview is linked at the end. Next up comes your competition. We'd like to see who your competitors are. A rack up or matrix with your features versus the competition's features is usually the clearest way to show how your product is better and how you will take market share. Now, don't just rely on the sexy features. Make sure to include the primary points that a customer would choose your product over theirs. That may include a price point or some advanced capability that your product has that others don't. The next slide is the business model. This, along with the market size, are the two slides that are most often done incorrectly. We want to know how you're selling and to whom, who is your customer, and what you're selling it for. What will they pay to purchase your product? If it's a physical product, now is the time to mention your COGS, or cost of goods sold, as well. Next comes traction. Traction is sales. If you have sales, please include a slide showing the history of your sales. Everything else are milestones. They make you feel like you're making progress and maybe show some indicators of validation, but what matters the most is having sales. That's true traction. The next slide is going to be your team slide. Who are the co-founders working on this business every day right now? If you have someone who's planning to come in once you raise funding, great, but we're not as interested in that. It's who is steering the ship right now that we'd like to hear about. What is their background? You can use brief bullet points to emphasize relevant experience or quantify achievements, or use logos from recognizable brands or top-tier universities. Why will this team be successful in this business now? Advisors do not carry as much weight with us, but if you have relevant and impressive advisors, please do include them. All right, the ask. This is what you're here for. Your ask slide should have what amount of funding that you are seeking, what investment vehicle are you interested in using, and what are the terms of your proposed investment. Have the founders invested their own money? If so, how much? Be prepared to answer questions in a live pitch about previous investment. What are the use of funds? What will our investment be used for? Break it out by dollars and be as specific as possible. That's it. When your pitch is scheduled, we'll be live streaming it and recording it. We post the 10-minute pitch on our YouTube channel, and we dig into the deal during the Q&A session. You may not want this in the public realm, so we only share the full video with investors so that they can see the Q&A and to help make the decision of whether to do a deeper dive, or it may not be a match right now. Regardless, thank you for taking the time to create your pitch deck, and we wish you success. We hope to see you pitch soon.